Bathed in the half-light of this eerie, starless landscape, you spot a figure you could only describe as you. Another. It looks haggard and weak, its voice merely a feeble echo of your own.
My child, come. Come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am. Come, child. Let me show you.
The apparition clasps your face in shaking, skeletal hands, and you feel a tingle run through your bones. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color before fading back to their accustomed spectrum.
Time to open the eyes. You lost so long ago. Speak respectfully.
God is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Amadia in all her spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you, child? I saved you when the ship went down. I blessed you, made you powerful, and now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. And now you have brought me a gift.
Amadia stretches out and nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself as it drains away.
Ah, yes. That is better. That is so much better. Truly, dying does not become a god. Immortality is only permanent, my dearest, until one day it simply ceases to be. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We are battling for our very survival, and we are losing. Should we truly perish, all will be cast into oblivion. Our battle is a work in progress. I did not say all was lost. There is still time. You must realize, dear one, that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. And once you are strong enough, we must travel to the Well of Ascension. There, you will become even more powerful. It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave those powers up freely to create the First Divine, to bathe in the lake, is to become the divine. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it, no matter what the cost. I know, sweet child. Do you think I chose you for that fine bone structure alone? It is important you realize how high the stakes are. The void has never been this strong. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in its powers, but to take them, all of them. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom, this world's liberator. I hope you understand them to their full extent. The other gods must bow to you or be undone. Of course, the others are saying the same to their mortal god-woken as we speak. But there can be only one. So make no mistake, dear one. The road to divinity may well be paved with dead gods, their blood staining your ivory hands. But do not let that dismay you. You will save all of existence. You will save your kin and your loved ones, and all the rest of the mortal world, and you will become a god. I will lead you to the lake, my child, but not yet. Not until you have become a true master of the Source, until you speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source as only a god-woken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
Laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You flatter me, dear child. But if all I had to do was give, you would have received long ago. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, return to me here. Alas, I am no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the links that will expand the bounds of your soul, those are connections I cannot make for you. Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is, immortally so. You have the vision of a god now, sight that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in Source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Good luck, dear child. Make me proud.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know? A little dramatic for someone without lungs, don't you think? Very well. Given that you're not a smouldering pile of ash, I assume the ritual was a success. But it was your source, wasn't it? You're not strong enough to become the divine. That is unfortunate. I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows. And certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. Were the circumstances any different, I would indeed agree. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just keep your eye sockets peeled. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
The squirrel seems to be flicking through various scraps of paper, humming and hawing as he goes. After some time, he throws the scraps to the wind and spurs on his cat. The dwarf keeps singing his wistful tune, oblivious to your presence.
Keeping it together, Bree?
Back for a return visit, are you?
Too much? You're safe,
Yep.
never forget it. You look strange. We all
Glad to see you well.
smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a batter.
Until later then.
Let's see what spirits have discovered.
At first glance, the spirit seems much like its host, hollow, detached. Yet, in its eyes, you see something more ominous, something not apparent before. Agony. The spirit nods, and its face grows even more tortured. It is trapped. Is this Riker's doing?
The spirit's as haunted as the graveyard it roams.
The dusty staircase leads no matter how... The dusty staircase, no matter how much... The dusty staircase, no matter how much you...
There you are, Godwoken. I'm eager to hear your good news. How marvelous.
Riker's lips tremble impatiently as his eyes dart to your pack.
Show it to me.
He considers you for a moment.
Very well.
Riker closes his eyes and spreads his arms, then begins to recite a vivid incantation.
I call to the souls of the dead. Your remains, the Stone Garden's eternal burden, descend from the hall. Surrender your source to the vessel before me.
Riker ignores you and continues his call. His voice grows even louder until his words echo from every crevice in the chamber.
Swan and Rince, Crossley and Locke, Quincy, Keller, Harkwood, Haran. An essence yours no longer. Souls and source come forth. Cross to the void, so that he might awaken.
The words wrap themselves around you, then slip through your pores. You feel as if you could skate upon water or leap among the clouds. You are no longer less, but more.
It is done. I have brought something to nothing. Drink from the well of source, my friend. I have been true to my word. Now that you mention it, there is one other promise I need to keep. A shame it has to be this way. I was just getting fond of you.
I've never felt such power.
There you are, Godwoken. I'm well. There you are, Godwoken. I'm eager. How?
Riker's lips.
Show it to me.
He can
Very well.
Riker can
I call
Riker's voice.
Swan across.
The words.
It is done. I have brought something to nothing. Now that you mention it, there is one other promise I need to keep. A shame it has to be this way.
I've never felt such power.
The creature warns you away with a throat. The masked servant. The spirit cannot speak, or perhaps chooses not. The spirit gives you a tortured glance, then turns a... The servant emits a menacing growl. The servant's guttural... The servant emits a...
There you are, Godwoken. I'm eager to hear your good news. Well, not amused. There you are, Godwoken. I'm eager to hear your good news. Well,
The servant emits a menacing...
you are, Godwoken. I'm eager to help.
Riker's lips.
Show it to me.
He considered.
Very well.
Riker. Riker's lips.
Swan and rinse thrust to the
The words.
It is done. I have brought. Now that you mention it, there is one other promise I need to keep. A shame it has to be this way.
I've never felt such power.
source course wildly through your body. Deep inside your soul, your god calls for you. It would be wise to meet with your god again by performing the Meister's ritual, here or in Siva's vault.
This is quite the antiques collection.